Assistant to Governor Connally, Bill Stinson, says he talked to the governor in the hospital operating room. He said that the governor was shot just below the shoulder blade in the back. Stinson said he asked Connally how it happened, and the governor said, "I don't know, I guess from the back." And the Texas governor added, "They got the president, too."
We have a report now which has to do with a news conference at Parkland Hospital, a report on the condition of Governor John Connally of Texas, so we switched to that.
The scene is the Parkland Hospital at Dallas, Texas. This is Dan Rather of CBS News. The man you are seeing here is the doctor who has been attending Texas Governor John Connally.
We know that the wound of entrance is alongside the shoulder blade here, that the wound of exit was here. We speculate that his arm perhaps was about in this position and that it fractured his arm here and then went on with him sitting into his left thigh. This is a matter of trying to reconstruct the trajectory of the bullet. He was shot from above and he was in a sitting position. So we feel that this is all one bullet.
What you have been watching is the...
We have some late word on the condition of Governor John Connally of Texas, who was wounded by the sniper who assassinated President Kennedy. The latest report says that he is in stable and satisfactory condition tonight. He apparently has not learned of the president's death yet, however. Dr. Robert W. Shaw said Connally, who underwent surgery for more than an hour, was in better spirits. He said he did not anticipate Connally getting any worse and no further surgery is planned. Shaw, the attending physician, said the governor was apparently struck by just one bullet that traveled through his chest, hit his wrist, and lodged in his thigh. Connally rode in the same car with Kennedy.
The bullet is in the leg. It hasn't been removed. This is a very insignificant factor, though. It will be removed. Left thigh. The bullet is in the leg. It hasn't been removed. The bullet is in the leg. It hasn't been removed. Thigh. The bullet is in the leg. It hasn't been removed.
The crowd couldn't have been more wonderful, more generous in their reaction to the president, and I just had such a good feeling about the way they had received him in this city. I had just turned around and said to him, "You can't say Dallas doesn't love you, Mr. President."
And I heard this loud noise, and I turned to look. I saw the president's hands fly up to his neck. The second shot came. And as John was hit, he said, "My God, they're going to kill us all," and just fell over. And then there is a third shot.
Governor Connally, what are your recollections of those terrible moments when you and President Kennedy were shot?
Martin, just before it occurred, of course, we'd had a great morning in Fort Worth, a magnificent breakfast. We spoke in a slight visual. We made the trip to Dallas, with huge throngs along the way. We got into downtown Dallas. There were tremendous crowds, real warmth, real understanding, real appreciation. And Nellie and I saw it so vividly because we were riding in the car with them. We did not attempt to acknowledge the obvious ovation that they were getting because we knew it was for the Kennedys. The reception has been magnificent. The president had remarked on it. So had Miss Kennedy. As a matter of fact, I guess not 30 seconds before the tragic incident occurred, Nellie had turned to the president and said, "Mr. President, they can't make you believe now that there are not some in Dallas who love you and appreciate you, can they?" And he said, "No, we sure can't." And then we had just turned the corner. We heard a shot. I turned to my left. I was sitting in the jump seat. I turned to my left to look in the back seat. The president had slumped. He had said nothing. Almost simultaneously, as I turned, I was hit. And I knew I'd been hit badly. And I said, I knew the president had been hit, and I said, "My God, they're going to kill us all." And then there was a third shot. And the president was hit again. And we thought then very seriously. I had still regained consciousness, but the president had slumped in Miss Kennedy's lap. And when he was hit the second time, she said, or the first time, it all happened in such a brief span. She said, "Oh my God, they killed my husband." I said, Jack. And then after the third shot, the next thing that occurred, I was conscious. The Secret Service man, of course, the chauffeur had pulled out of the line. They said, "Get out of here." On the radios, they said, "Get us to a hospital immediately." And so we pulled out, of course, and immediately, as fast as we could go, and got to the hospital. And in the space of a few seconds, it's unbelievable what can happen.
Governor, when did they tell you that President Kennedy was dead?
They told me Saturday, after I was conscious enough really to understand. It was no news. Nellie told me. And it was no news to me, though, because I was almost sure that he would be after the two shots that I felt he'd taken. I hoped, as everyone else did, of course, and I hoped longer than most because I did not know.
When the first shot was fired, I recognized it as a shot. I thought of nothing else but that it was a rifle shot. I turned to my right. I had time to think. I had time to react. And I turned to my right to look back over my right shoulder to see if I could see anything unusual, and particularly to see if I could catch him out of the corner of my eye. Because I immediately thought...
Him, you mean
the president.
The president.
Because I immediately thought of an assassination attempt the moment I heard the shot. I didn't see anything except just the general blur of waving of people moving, but nothing really unusual. I did not see the president out of the corner of my eye, and I was in the process of turning back to look over my left shoulder, and had about come to the point where I was looking straight forward again when I felt the impact of the bullet that hit me. I am convinced beyond any question of a doubt that the first shot that was fired did not hit me. Then I was hit.
Well, I hope above all else it can set to rest many of the questions and many of the rumors that have been rampant since that fateful day about the circumstances and about the individual most concerned, about the background of Oswald, the circumstances surrounding him, whether or not he was acting by himself or in concert with others. Just unbelievable, stark tragedy. So many things go through your mind at that moment that I think it's probably impossible to relate at any future time, all the things that you thought. I know I thought, again, I rather assumed, without knowing, that the president had been fatally wounded. And I rather assumed that I had been. And so constantly there was going through my mind thoughts of Nellie, of the children, of what she'd done, and it's really difficult, I think, to try to explain all the things that you wonder about, all the things that you concern yourself with at a time like that.